Located on the northern tip of the Red Sea, at Israel's most southerly point, is Eilat, destined someday to become one of Israel's most important port cities. And it is to Eilat that the engineer Yaakov Doron returns after a 2 weeks vacation in the north. This is not the first time he has traveled this route. He rode in the jeeps which made the breakthrough to the Red Sea coast during the War of Liberation. This place was once called Rash Rash. It was a British police post. Now it is a hotel. Hardly to be compared, however, to the modern hotels in Tel Aviv. These walls hold many memories. At the beginning of 1949, this house and the house of the British investigator Williams were the only buildings in the area. 2 buildings in a vast wilderness. The fishermen of Eilat have their nets inspected and get final sailing instructions from Andre, their Corsican instructor. And of course the perennial tourist is there to take his picture. Schools of fish swarm in the strong sunshine of Eilat, and the fishermen have many different ways of catching them. Spear fishing needs a sharp eye and a steady hand. There are nets for the smaller fish. Uh-oh, what's this? Well, these things do happen, even in the best fishing circles. This welcome intruder, weighing all of 80 pounds, will be sent by air to the Tnuva fish market in Tel Aviv. While on the beach of Eilat will remain the squids and the other exotic but inedible types of fish. As the morning sun lights up the buildings of the Transjordanian town of Aqaba on the opposite shore, the fishermen go to work. But the Gulf of Eilat is rich not only in fish. On its rocky bed may be found all the various kinds of coral, which form the characteristic underwater scenery of the Red Sea. Hundreds of items can be seen in the local museum, which is added to daily by the fishermen. An interesting fellow is this crab, almost 5 feet long. Yehudit, in charge of the museum, came here 2 years ago from Haifa. Eilat and Haifa. Haifa too started this way, and Eilat is no less important than the northern port, for this is Israel's gateway to the Indian Ocean, to the rich and vast lands of the Far East. Yes, Eilat is taking shape. These are her people, these are her houses and establishments. Here the Workers' Federation has a task of utmost importance. Its influence is felt by the 500 inhabitants of Eilat in every sphere of life, in business and entertainment, administration and education. Of course, in Eilat, ice is more important than bread. But the new bakery manages to supply bread to all the camps and settlements in the area, as well as to satisfy the needs of the local inhabitants. The powdered fishbone factory waits for the day's catch. And music while you work is played in the carpenter's shop by an orchestra of electric saws. This carpet factory provides work for many women who come from countries as far apart as Poland, Iraq, Hungary, and India, weaving their various patterns. But the most interesting pattern to be seen here is the human pattern of absorption and the interweaving of the returned exiles. The Clinic of the Workers' Sick Fund. It is only in the last 2.5 years that permanent family life began to appear in Eilat, necessitating children nurses and doctors. The children are much the same as those in Tel Aviv, but here, instead of collecting stamps, they collect shells, and they can tell the difference between a shark and a swordfish, although they don't know how wheat is grown and they've never seen a cow. The children of Eilat are just about the same age as its trees. The difficult climate and the shortage of pure water necessitates much agricultural experimentation in this part of the world. But the palm tree and the olive tree have already taken root in the parched earth, and the yonkis, the paper plant, also has good prospects. All local possibilities are being exploited. The age-old King Solomon's mines, within a stone's throw of Eilat, will employ many of the area's future settlers. The granite quarries, which already have begun operations, will someday employ 500 men. For the granite of Eilat is of a high quality and is beginning to find a growing market abroad. Houses are being built from local stone. Another step forward in man's continuous fight against the elements, in particular the heat and the wind. The wind is unceasing, and so attempts are being made to harness it for electrical power. Each house has a sprinkler to keep the place cool even on the hottest days. And each family in the Ma'bara, or temporary housing camp, has its own private shower. 40 families still live in the Ma'bara, but the permanent housing scheme is going ahead. In addition to the housing program, the Histadrut is erecting the necessary public buildings, the commercial and shopping center, the bachelor's quarters, and of course, opposite, the young woman's hostel. Experiments are being made to build these houses of clay, plaster, and other materials in an effort to discover the material most suitable for this climate. The luxurious hotel, being built by the Workers' Federation Negev Committee, will no doubt attract many visitors and tourists. Eilat is being developed on land and in the sea. The pier is being extended by fishermen who double as divers. While the divers search for news under the water, there is good news up above in the shape of the first fishing boat to arrive at Port Eilat, and that calls for a celebration. But all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. So the local branch of Hapoel is busy providing sports and entertainment for the local inhabitants. The town is forcing the desert back step by step. The trees are keeping the wilderness at bay. Pioneers and workers are coming into Eilat. Veterans who have fought in the desert are planning to start anew. And when the day's work is done, home. Like all workers' homes in the country, except that a bit of Eilat penetrates in one way or another. Mommy is in Tel Aviv, 350 kilometers to the north. That is the distance to the museum in Tel Aviv, to the theater, and to the concert. But here too there is entertainment to be had. Perhaps the only thing that is missing is the piano. But with a little patience, the piano too will arrive.